All right, Collective, I've got your extended look for that daily reading from my other platforms. If you're here from any of those, welcome over. If you don't know my name, it's Cody. Welcome to my channel. If you're already a YouTube subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for your continued love and support. We're going to do some clarification, so if you need to catch that extended preview, head on over to my other platforms. You can check the description box of this video. It'll take you to the link tree, which will show you my website where you can book a personal private reading with me or book a mentorship. If you go all the way to the bottom, it'll show you all the platforms where I am posting content and going live. If you recognize any of those, go ahead and give me a follow. Make sure you catch me. I'm going regularly online, so when I am there, you can get me for a personal reading while discounted while live, okay? Let's jump back in. I'm seeing here that this full moon has a lot of us being urged to do something bigger, something grand, to finally start to put some traction underneath a lot of our goals, our dreams, our desires. So many of us have been hearing this call, the Judgment card and the World card. These are the last two cards in the Major Arcana, indicating that there is a long cycle of this same old, the usual, the redundant, the everything as it always has been, that feels for some of you like it's gotten a little old. You're getting bored. You're getting a little restless. You're tired of this. Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. These are the fastest moving horses in the deck. One of them is wanting to liberate themselves. The other one is pushing that fire to burn harder, faster, and I mean like yesterday, right? So there's this strong sense of restlessness. There's this urgency behind where you're going and what you're doing. The Four of Cups says that some of you are bored with what you've been doing so far. The other parts of you are bored with growing, healing, working on your discipline, being focused and concentrated on healing and doing some of that deep energetic work. But unfortunately, these celestial events roll around all the time to remind us that you cannot escape the work. It is there. It is going to need to be done. You can run, you can hide, but you will never be able to escape it. The second you pop your head back up, bam, there it is. There it is again. So many of you may find what you've been doing boring and you're ready for a change. And so there's this restless sense of you feeling this energy, right? So this energy is pushing you to do bigger, to do bolder, to do better. And a lot of you have been suffering deeply from major blocks here. I've got Four of Swords, Four of Pentacles, and then we've got the Four of Cups, 444. I've got two knights out here, the fastest moving knights. This is about action. You're not just talking about it. You've been putting some effort in, but it's not really been intentional. I feel like a lot of you maybe have been doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that, taking notes about what works and what doesn't work, what you do like, what you don't like. I've done this a lot of my life. I spent the first 40 years of my life doing what I didn't want to do. I tried many things to see if it felt right, and not until I got into this business did I feel completely and totally aligned. That is when the discipline kicked in. That is when the fortitude kicked in, and I wanted it. I wanted it more than I wanted anything in my life, and so I became immersified. I got tunnel vision. Nothing was stopping me, and I even chunked everything away in order to focus intentionally on this. Now, I have this very unique circumstance where I was able to do that. I wouldn't recommend that to everybody, but my situation is unique and different. Your unique situation is different to you. Your person's is unique and different to them. My person's is unique and different to them. My parents are different. My brothers is different. My cousins are different. My aunties, my uncles, my grandpas, my grandmas, everybody. You have your own. The problem with our goal setting and our intention working is the distractions. The distractions are where we tend to run away, get bored, and feel like this is old, this is tired, I'm so sick of walking the straight and narrow, I'm so sick of doing right and getting very little back. There's a mentality and an energetic shift that also needs to go along with that, and I don't really want to get into a lot of that on a daily extended outlook, but we will focus on getting more clarification here. In the run out, we have that Hermit card coming out. This is Virgo energy. The full moon is in Virgo. This is that deep introspection. The Hermit card has to do with you pulling away from the crowd and getting really attuned with your intentions, being very intentional with this energy. This is very rare that this energy comes around. So a lot of us, this restlessness is burning inside of us because this is a cataclysmic moment that is happening with all of these retrogrades, the full moon, and it being a lunar eclipse. This is deep karmic cleansing you could have the opportunity to do here, should you choose to be able to accept that. Many people can't. Most of us just want to work surface level and do just enough to just get some traction so we can feel better. And then we can see the tangible, and then we'll know that we can keep going, right? But to have divine faith and to just do it no matter what, no matter the distractions, no matter the boredom, no matter how long it takes, no matter how many times you have to start over again with what you've got, though, at least you keep getting to take your wisdom, your lessons, and your experience with you. It's not like you have to start with the, what is that, the flashy thing from the Men in Black where they erase everything and you just given your own, you know, you're a successful human up until the age of 35, and then you got married, and then now you are a family person. There, go, bye. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, so let's get some clarity. We'll get clarity on these cards out here. No. What deck do I want? Let's get, I'll get this one. Yeah, let's get some clarity. So we'll pull some cards here for the cards on the table. Interestingly too, because this full moon is going to be on the 13th and on the 14th, the number 4 and the number 5 are very important. 1 and 3 makes 4, 1 and 4 makes 5. So 4, and from the fact that 444 has come out here, this being a very profound number for you all. 4s are about the foundation, setting up the foundation. I was talking about getting that traction, getting the traction underneath you so that you can really start to get some momentum towards the goals, okay? Towards that light at the end of your tunnel. Let's see. What else can we tell? Collective here. Tell me about the Judgment and the World card. 8 of Wands, accelerated motion. It is driving you crazy. You can't stop it. This is this anxiousness underneath, and what you've been focused on is just not cutting it anymore. And I feel like a lot of you are looking around at there being very minimal results for a lot of the effort that you've put in. Yeah, we've got that throat chakra also coming out. Many of you are starting to talk about this a lot more. A lot of you are tired of only talking about this. 8 of Wands is about communication. Y'all could be text messaging, phone calls, DMs, like consistently talking and talking and talking. Many of you are tired of talking. This Knight of Swords, when reversed, is all talk, no action. Now, many of you may have just been, okay, I like this, I'm going to try it. And then it doesn't work. And then, okay, let me go back and try this. And then I'm going to go back and try this, and go back and try this. This is exactly what the Hermit and the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords do. That would be the polar antithesis of what the Hermit does, is where I was trying to go with that sentence. Okay. You can tell Mercury's coming into retrograde because my verbiage is going to be all kinds of on top of each other. It happens every time. Tell me about these 2 fast horses. What are they doing? Suffering in silence. 9 of Swords. Suffering. That's what they're doing. And they're not telling anybody that they're anxiously trying to find their place. This is about running and, you know, pressing every single button to see which one activates. It's manic. That's a bit of a manic energy, and it incorporates more of the same. You're investing in and recreating more angst, anxiousness, stress, anxiety, fear. There's a fear that if you don't try enough things sometimes that you're going to miss out on that one thing that could have been it. This is overwhelming you. This Hermit card, that Virgo energy is yanking you and sitting you still and going, just stop, full stop, sit with it, be quiet, sit with it, talk to your higher self, center yourself, ground yourself. When's the last time you meditated? Tell me about the Four of Cups, Five of Cups, emotional loss. There's this sense of deep emotional connection that you've put on this. I feel like a lot of you feel like once you have, then you'll be happy. A lot of you put that expectation here. Those are the wrong expectations. Your intentions need to be for that connection to your higher purpose, not for, so I can be happy. Happy is a part of the journey. FYI. Tell me about this Four of Swords. Nine of Cups. Reintroducing yourself to that dream, to your wishes, to what you truly would invest every single fiber of your being into. Tell me about this Four of Pentacles. Moving on, Six of Swords, 'cause I'm moving on. This is being at peace. This is taking with you what is useful and leaving behind what is stressful. We want to bring the useful and leave the stressful. If something is overwhelming you, if you feel like you're consistently needing to keep up with something, if you feel like you're stuck in this aimless field of trying to find connection or seek information or be aligned with that thing that lights you from the inside out, and so you feel like it is just finally it has arrived. The seas have parted, the light is shown, the glitter is falling, and you are just ta-da, there you are. But that is not how it happens. You cannot frantically run around and look for your rainbow. Tell me about the Ace of Wands. Sacral chakra. I did hear, now your sacral chakra is attached to Leo, and I did hear how the sun is going to be working through Leo energy to warm up that moon. So it's going to be fired by the moon, by the sun. The sun is going to be fueling the moon and that energy, that deep emotional calling for us to release the stress, release the manic, release the panic. We want to become in love with our dreams and our desires once again. Minimizing it. Getting nice and intentional. Becoming in love with what you're intending to do. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles. The Moon. I love it. The Moon card. This is your shadow side. This is what you're not seeing. You cannot see anything if you're out running around trying every little thing. This is about really grounding yourself and letting the moon reveal to you where you're being intuitively called. You have got to get back into connection with your higher self. We cannot hear those types of voices, those profound messages, whenever the chaos and the clutter is distracting that connection. Tell me about the Hermit. Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Got Pisces energy out here as well. And here's Aquarius energy with the Hope card. We've got the solar plexus coming out here. This is about you. Sitting with it, being very balanced. Once again, this is your spiritual and your emotional balance attuned and aligned in order for you to feel called, deeply called to what you're going to be most able to feel like you can support and pour everything you have into that for the rest of your life. The Queen of Pentacles is about being very generous with what you're bringing in right now. I feel like the value that is set on what you're needing to do is going to come from your emotional and your spiritual balance. There's going to be a tremendous amount of value that you should not skip out on there. Solar plexus, star card, tower card, justice card. So with the justice card, we have Libra and Aquarius energy out here again also. We're being asked to focus on the joy, focus on the love, focus on your passion. The solar plexus and your sacral chakra, this is about your passions and your joy. Passion and joy. This is what's going to really ignite that fire. This is what's going to help you to completely disrupt everything that has been distracting you, tearing it completely down, diving all the way into these hopes and dreams, and really starting to create the space for them to start to grow and bloom. I feel like a lot of you have been giving in to a lot of the distractions. Many of us have come out of that Mars retrograde in a full-blown self-central focused energy. And with Venus in retrograde in Aries, there is a sense of self over else, self over all else, which is really powerful right now, but we don't want it to take over. There is a way to utilize that energy to your benefit while also creating a space to want to enjoy and share in your passions as well, okay? But this is coming from within, and I feel like a lot of you are finally starting to create a space for you to invite in more of this passion and joy that your higher self is inviting you to create from, to live in, to work in, to love in. Okay. All right. We're going to clean this up and do an outcome. All right. Okay. So we're going to look at, actually, I want to get some advice. I said outcome, but I want to do advice. Let me get some advice from my collective. I feel like y'all need a little guidance on this one. Some advice. Two of Wands, World card. What are you taking with you? What are you leaving behind? Would you like to continue as the status quo, or would you like to finally close these cycles? Would you like to finally close these cycles out from your past? Everything that we've already done has already been done. I feel like it's, you know, there's only so much you can do there. And I feel like a lot of you have pretty much exhausted that avenue, exhausted that path, and now there's something better, something bigger calling you. The Justice card coming out here. I feel like this is you exactly putting everything into place, putting everything into place to create this space. Death card, Six of Wands. Major changes. Whatever was happening in the past can no longer come with you. This is about you very strategically conquering a lot of this old energy to create something better for yourself in the future. We've got the Knight of Cups, the Emperor, and the Magician. Following your heart to really focus and create an authoritative position over your world, to use everything you have, all of your resources, your intelligence, and your power to create the outcome that you are desiring. You have the capabilities, but this is about you're still being guided. Y'all have to get real serious about what's from your past is blocking you. What is continuing to be carried out in your current energy that can no longer be a part of your current path? What are these distractions? Are you binge watching on television? Are you on these apps watching these televised series, movies? Are you stuck in social media world where you are living on your phone and on your computer? You never not without a social media app open. Are you hanging out in chat rooms? Are you arguing with strangers in comment sections, scrolling aimlessly through everybody's content, looking at everybody's comment sections, talking to strangers endlessly on day in and day out? This is a major distraction. This is preventing you from becoming your most powerful and most optimal higher self. Your higher self is calling you. Your past is distracting you. Okay. Let's get a future higher self message. Let go of the idea that you're not ready. Life isn't a sprint. It's a long race, and you're not just in it to win. Turn down your expectations a little bit. Start to work a pace that feels like it's producing results. When we can start to see tangible evidence of our effort put in, you will see the pace that you're meant to be set at and to be able to get the most success out of. You're a lot tougher than you think you are. I feel like a lot of you may have been hiding in fear a little bit. You're a lot tougher than you think you are. True love will find you in the end. Don't go seeking. Do not become love to attract love. With greater awareness, you will find all of the answers that you are looking for. Be careful who you take advice from. Learn how to honor and treat your body well. This is heavy with the Virgo energy as well. Virgo 6th house placements are very deep into health and body, doing beautiful things for your alignment of your vessel to be able to carry out what your mission is and what your passions are. Uproot your life and leave all that is familiar to you. You're going to master your material reality in the future. Yes, you are. Don't soothe your pain with momentary pleasures. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a broken leg. It's temporary, it won't last. If you need to break the rules, do it with conviction to make a difference. And lastly, you have intuitive ideas that you really need to act upon. All right, you have intuitive ideas. I feel like a lot of you have been distracted and preventing your intuition from being able to have the voice that it deserves. Don't dwell on what might be on the other side of that closed door. You need to explore the possibilities. Go outside of that one door. If that one door is not opening, explore other possibilities here. Again, don't worry so much about not finding love. It will find you. And you will be a great success, but you'll have to go through it to get there. You need to trust the process. There's lessons to be learned. We have got to go through all of these things in order to figure out what works, what doesn't work. I'm telling you, these are a part of your journey. They're a part of your story, and they are important. They're an important part of your success. All right, let's go ahead and let's look at the blank slate and see if there's any additional advice that can possibly give you that little bit of info you may not have thought of, maybe the right saying you hadn't thought of. What else can I tell? A lot of these full moons will make you tired and make you want to eat more. There is this feeling of wanting to nurture and tend to your needs. So I do have eat nutritious food coming out here if you're going to binge. I get it. I am also a sugarholic. So just be sure to try to incorporate as much healthy food as you possibly can as well. All right. We've got you guys needing to learn from your mistakes. Okay, there it is. Set a bedtime routine for better sleep. We are going with the flow these days, right? That moon is very powerful. It will make you want to sleep. It will make you get up at 2, 3, 4 in the morning. It will completely rob you of being able to sleep at all. It's a funny thing, and that energy. Set a bedtime routine, though. This will help you to at least get your body aligned with what your intentions and your mind is trying to have happen. When you're up and about, get moving. Don't just sit around. I can't tell you how often I sit in this chair. I need to get up and stretch and walk around, go outside. I've been wanting to take my dog and cat for a walk for a while. Yes, I walk my cat. He goes in a stroller. Listen to some upbeat music. I love to listen to frequency hertz music. I also listen to, it's called slaptual. It's slaptastic spiritual music. So it's so good. It's about being highly vibrational, learning, being of self-love, empowerment, meditating. It's good. I highly suggest looking it up. It's really good high vibe music. Write a closure letter. Keep it, mail it, or burn it. This is fantastic. Journaling during full moon energy is a wonderful way for you to get your intentions set. Start to really put it onto pen and paper, what you're wanting to release, what you're wanting to remove, what has been distracting you, what has been preventing you and keeping you from being able to pull forward. You don't have to mail it. You don't have to burn it. You don't have to keep it. These are suggestions. Keeping it would be if you just want to have it, just to get it out of your system and keep it as a keepsake to look back on. Sometimes I'll do this. I like to look back at my old journals and remember how tough I thought life was. You could mail it if you're feeling that bold. I would say this, if it's 5, 10, 15 years and you still have some old energy and something you just want to get off your chest and have it be done for once and for all, you can mail it, send it off. Just tell them, you know, you don't need to reply to this. This is just for me to release you for forever. Or you could burn it, be ceremonial about it. All up to you. Practice mindfulness. You can wad it up and make it a cat toy if you want. I don't care. Practice mindfulness, being very aware of your mindfulness, being self-aware. What is your mood? What is your energy? What is your intention? Being mindful, being very intentional. Practice mindfulness. Bottom of the deck here, we've got connect with a higher power or your higher self. They're calling. You can't not hear it. This is so loud that they're going to continue to do things to get your attention. You're going to have to answer. Find a new hobby or revisit an old one. Exactly. This is about creating passion. This is about creating joy in your life, bringing in things that implement what you always wanted to do, finding a way to fuel your love, your passions. And then speak up for yourself. Speak up for yourself. I feel like all too often we want to avoid conflict. We want to just not rock the boat. We want to keep the peace. But if you feel like you've been wronged and it needs to be corrected and you need a little bit of self-respect implemented, speak up for yourself. Be your own advocate. All right, kids. Okay, I hope that helped. I hope it resonated. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, playing along. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and the like button. I greatly appreciate all that energetic currency we are exchanging. If you need to book a personal private reading, then it's going to be in the link tree in the description box of this video. Going all the way to the bottom of that link tree will show you all the other platforms where I'm going live and posting content. While I'm live, I offer deeply discounted rates on my personal readings. If it's not your jam to do it publicly, you can book privately through my website, also offering mentorships right there. Also, I am so happy that each and every single one of you are here. Thank y'all so much for all of your energetic exchange. I look forward to seeing you very soon. All the health, wealth, and abundance you can stand. And y'all set some intentions. Be mindful this full moon. Be very intentional about where you're headed for the rest of the year, because spring equinox has sprung. This is literally the beginning. Where are you headed with it? Sky's the limit. See you soon. Bye.